Hey everybody, Jim Malone here, coming to you live on Dallas Trading Floor. Well, it is a snow day here in beautiful Dallas, Texas. We are snowed in, so we may not. So, add to the stream. All right, so hopefully we're going to get this going here. Come on. There we go. Finally. Ah, jeez. Well, I'm trying to get this thing to work. Hold on. There we go. There we go. Oh, almost. Okay. I think this is sort of moving correctly now. Jeez. All right. So sorry about that. Oh, geez. Okay. So hopefully we're working now, and hopefully this will work here. Apologize for the difficulties, but anyways, let's get into the slides. Basically, Amazon just killed it. Just totally killed it on earnings, and amazing because it looks like Snap was also up tremendously. Um, Meta just had an issue. I mean, total issue, and it tanked. So it's really a mixed bag out there. There's a lot of volatility in the market. It's tough to trade it, and in general, it's just a difficult market all the way around. But I'm probably going to be closing some of my bear trades based on this. I think we're going to see a leg up here. It looks good. The Amazon just went nuts. It was pulling down before earnings, but it just looks look really good. By the way, if you're looking on TikTok, super easy to see the live on YouTube. Just go to the profile, click on the link, and you'll go directly to it. Can't show you all the charts on TikTok, but we can definitely do that on YouTube. So the address for that, of course, is bit.ly, www.bit.ly/DTF474. So thanks so much for that. We are in a confirmed uptrend still, but it is a weak uptrend. So we've got to be we've got to be concerned about the way everything is trading. The markets are like this right now. We've got basically we're down on both the Dow, the S&P, and the Nasdaq. So it's been a mixed bag. I mean, we had this earnings. We were pulling into earnings, pulling into the close down, and then boom, all of a sudden we get this very nice pop on on Amazon. It seems like it's going to lead the market higher. I hope. This is really indicative of what's going on right now. Lots of volatility in the market. It's just to the point where we're getting just huge vol spikes. We're up about 15% in one day on on the VIX. So right now, it's a tough place to enter. There are trades that will work in this environment. One of them, of course, is the is an iron condor, and we may look at iron condors for some of these stocks, like Amazon and some of the other ones. I was actually stopped out of Microsoft today just at the close. I couldn't believe it. Basically, right at about 300, that's where I had my stop. I got stopped out. Amazing, and it's really a mixed bag. I mean, of course, we had the announcement yesterday that Google, GOOLG, that's the A class stocks. By the way, all the shares all the shares are going to split 20 for 1, and this is and so stay tuned to this channel, and we're going to have some great opportunities in that. I wasn't closed out at any of my Google positions. Don't have a lot of shares of Google right now, but I'm looking, to possibly build up because the way a spread trades, the way a split trades typically is that on the announcement, it will start climbing until we get to the date of record. The date of record for the Google split is July 1st. So if you are a of record on July 1st, you will get a dividend, a 19 share dividend, making it 20 for one. So if you have one stock, you'll end up with 20. Of course, they will split. They will split the number after that. So that's going to kind of give you the the look see on it. So basically, Amazon just jumped out after hours. This slide shows Amazon up a whopping 17% after hours, and this is not a cheap stock. So just incredible. It was up basically to 32.50, and I think it may have even gone higher. This is when the slide was taken a few minutes ago, about 30 minutes ago. So just tremendous after hours action on Amazon. I mean, this is a really interesting market. I mean, if you miss, you are punished, but if you succeed, you know, all glory goes to you. So it's really it's really a celebrity death match in this one. This earnings season has been really, really interesting. I mean, the companies that are going to dominate are going to really dominate, and the other ones are probably just going to go home. By the way, I just also want to show you this. Um, we had a great tip off in the chat room. We have a special Discord service, and I didn't catch this one, but a very excellent person in the room caught this one. This is Snap, and it is incredible. It was pulling down into the close. Now in earnings, this thing is up literally over 50%. So I don't know what to think of this. This is the Snap Class A stock shares. It's up just tremendously, and it was down, in sympathy with Facebook. So who knows? I mean, Meta, Facebook may snap up tomorrow. I just can't tell. I'm going to have to try to do some analysis here, but this is just a very, very interesting thing that's going on with Snap. Also, I wanted to show you this is the this is Meta Facebook, old Facebook. This one, of course, just it's struggling. I mean, even after it went down yesterday on the bad news, and it's just continuing to hold down. So this one it's down over 25%. Meta is over 25%. So the question is, and basically, Zuckerberg is basically blaming TikTok. I mean, TikTok is taking everybody's share. It's true. Thank you, by the way, for everybody that watches me on TikTok. So like that, so like that. But it's incredible that it's incredible that's the case. But Meta is over 20% down. By the way, for everybody on TikTok right now, if you want to get into the Discord service, it is a paid service, but it's available just by going to the link. Go to my profile, click on the link, and you'll get to see. There's also a free action trade alerts as well, and that is on there as well. So just FYI. All right. Well, let's see. Let's take a look at what I'm currently in. I'm not in a lot. I'm telling you. I got, as I say, I got stopped out of Microsoft. I'm basically, only long 3 stocks right now: Matson, MATX, WMB, that's Williams Companies, that's a gas pipeline company, and Google. It says GOG. It should say GOGL there, because that's I'm in the A class, the A shares, not the C shares. But essentially, it's the same price. But that's it. That's all I'm in. That's all I'm in. If you want to get access to the the ready list, this is a ready list. This was as of the 31st of the month. It's available. Just take a look at this address: https://bit.ly/3 lowercase ug and then f lowercase f capital S 02 O2, lowercase O2. So you can see that up on the screen. Again, thank you, and let's get into the questions. here, here we go. All right, thank you so much. Let's take the first one from um, face. Let's take the first one from um, move it over there a little bit. Kind of doing a kind of a kind of a jury rig here on my camera. All right, so is it safe? I don't know if it's safe for anything. This is um, what Jay is saying. Let's see if I can. Oops. Let's get back to there. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Oh, that covers that up. So let's see if I cover that up. Okay. Is it safe? Okay. Is it safe to own Microsoft? I thought it was safe to own Microsoft, but I tell you what, I didn't definitely didn't do the right thing there. I mean, let's take a look at the Microsoft chart here. It takes a second for it to move up. There we go. And come on, baby. All right, a little bit of home internet action. I'm actually at home. I normally broadcast from an office that has really strong internet. My internet at home is not so great. It's okay, but it's definitely not in the league that that it is at the office. So thanks, Jay. You can see where I got stopped out. I have the little red arrow there. You can kind of you can kind of see it. I mean, what happened was I thought we were going to break that 21-day line. What ended up happening instead was we broke the 21-day line and then we immediately reversed. So I was stopped out of my position at 30.04. I still think that it's making a move. It's in this consolidation here. So I don't know really if it's hopefully it will move. I mean, the everything is looking pretty good on it. I mean, it's got a very good checklist, 89 checklist, which is excellent, and everything else is looking pretty decent in it. But boy, I tell you what, it's it's a tough market right now. It's just a weird market. This is a question from TikTok. Is it a good time to enter the market or wait? You know what? I would wait a little bit here because even though we're in a confirmed uptrend, boy, this is a tough market to trade. And I've definitely seen some it's the good, the bad, and the ugly here. It really is. It's a very tough market to trade, and I'm just seeing it. I'm just seeing it kind of all over the place. So right now I would be kind of let the market draw you in. Be really careful, and I think that's probably the best. That's the best way to go about it right now. And thanks, Marcin. Appreciate it. Hopefully, everyone's doing well. All right, so let's look at Unity. That's a question from Jeet. This is, of course, a manufacturer of software that is used by game makers to actually make the software. So this is sort of like I don't know, back in the day, it would have been like a compiler or something like that. Don't really like it. I mean, I'm looking at a downward trend here, and I'm looking at it crossing I'm looking at the 50-day line, looking to move below the 200-day line. It does have earnings due. After hours, it's up tremendously. So this is really interesting. I wouldn't have, they must have had a very good number because after hours, they announced and it's up 13, it's up 14, which is incredible. So I guess what's happening is that there's a lot of people out there that are just looking to see, what's the right time. And if it passes the smell test with earnings, they're coming right back in. So, I can't really look at it any other way. Still bearing in shop. Well, everybody that's listened to me knows that I like those bear trades. And I was looking at Shopify to do that. So let's take a look at Shop to see how it traded. I do think it's very weak, and it's probably going lower. Yeah, but in after hours, boom, it is up. Boy, this is a tough market. I'm glad I didn't short that because look at this in the after hours. In the after hours, we're looking at this thing going up. which is incredible. I had a bear put spread on it. I closed it for a profit. Now it looks like it's jumping back up. So, you know, what you can't tell can't make this stuff up. All right, let's look at W day. I had a bear spread on workday. Let's see if that is gonna give me some information. Well, it's up after hours too, 3%. That is really interesting. It's up after this is up after hours. I shorted it basically right here, 240, 230 bear put spread. It looks like I'm going to go a little bit backwards on that. So who knows? I mean, it does appear that this is a rally. We may have a rally because many of my stocks seem to be moving in the direction. I also had a short on Teladoc TDoc, and I kind of want to take a look to see how that one is doing in the after hours trade to see if there was a change there. It's up too. Wow. And that's amazing. This is a very weak stock and it's up too. So we may be turning the corner here. I'm seeing, I'm going to be closing some spreads. There's no question. I want to look over here at Netflix. I have an iron condor on the Netflix. So um, that one might be up as well. Probably is. Yeah, it's up, definitely up about 1%. I did adjust the a bear trade on this one. I may be closing this because, who knows? We could be signaling a high. We could be signaling a move higher, uh, which would be very, very interesting. All right. Are we still in a general bull market? Well, 50% of the talk. You know what? I don't know if we're in a bull market. I don't really think we are. We're in an uptrend. There's no question about it. We're in an uptrend, but it's extremely volatile. Everything is is going going sideways. Ricky says, "Is there good entry for is there a good entry for Amazon?" Well, let's take a look to see. I don't know. It's to me normally buying on a breakout is good. It's a good thing. Um, you know, and the whole market is gonna probably move higher on this news. Look at this. This is up 15% now. Now it's sort of settling down a little bit more, but still, this is just this is phenomenal. This is absolutely phenomenal. In that it's up. It's up and tremendously. It's up tremendously. I think I don't know. Let's see. Let's look at the 60-minute chart. I just want to see if an entry. Yeah, look at that. Wow. Okay, so it looks as if it's going to reverse above 3,000, and that would be a signal to buy. That would absolutely be a signal to buy. I'm looking at the monthly chart. The all-time high for Amazon. Basically the resistance is about 3,500, and it looks like it's reversed higher. So I would say actually yes. This looks like where we could probably get in. We could definitely probably get in here. So very, very interesting. Just a tremendous pop. And again, the market is extremely volatile. That is interesting. So I think you probably could. I think you probably could. Try to wait a little bit. Yes, there is. By the way, there is snow in Dallas, which is a very rare occurrence here. Actually, happens usually about once every 2 or 3 years. We get a snow day, and we definitely have a snow day here. And I'm trying to broadcast from my house as best I can. The internet is a little bit slower than the office, so we'll see what the deal is there. Okay, this is interesting from Ricky. Also, Amazon up there staking Rivlin. That's interesting. So, do you think it's okay to hold on to Rivlin? Probably. I don't know enough about it to really comment. But let's look at Tesla because that's going to tell the tale. The question is, and I've been waiting, really to get back into Tesla. I do like Tesla, but I'm out. I mean, I was stopped out at 980. That's sort of where I was stopped out, and it seems like it's right at the support at 900. So the question is, what's going on here? I don't know. I'm seeing some weakness in the area, but it's still. Let's see if we can. I'm just looking to see if we can find anything. I want to see if we can find where Rivlin is. Frisker. Where's Rivlin? Okay, Lime. Yeah, there we go. So I'm going to look at the chart for Rivlin. You know, this is a horrible chart. I mean, I'll be honest with you. I guess they're upping their stake, but you know, I would not buy this chart, but it's up. So I can't figure this out. This is a downward trend. You know, definitely a downward trend, as you can see. So I wouldn't be a buyer of this, but you know, it's got a 44 checklist. I mean, you know, it's really tough to say. But this is not a good chart. I want to check a look at some of the oils, see how they're trading. Just OVV is one that I want to look at really quickly. I'm going to pull over to that and see kind of, because that's where the strength has been in this market, has been in the oils. And it appears to be flat. It's interesting. It appears to be flat. This is right at a buy point, by the way, if you're interested. And this is an extremely strong sector. It's 4 out of 197. So this is kind of where you should be probably looking for stuff, at least from what I can tell. But boy, this is a tough market. Buying Facebook good at this level? I would say no. I probably would not be a buyer of Facebook. This is a question from TikTok. I probably would not be a buyer of Facebook at this level. I mean, it just dropped out of the sky. Now it is recovering somewhat. You know, it's at 241, but it was literally, it was literally up here, you know, just a day ago. Literally in the, you know, basically, you know, it went all the way from 323 all the way down to, you know, it closed at 237. It looks like it's bouncing. So this looks like a dead cat bounce. So I would not be a buyer of it here. I would probably just stay out. I would just probably stay out right now and see if I could. Yeah, I would probably stay out of. I would probably stay out right now. It's just too difficult to figure this out. Too difficult to figure this out. Should DC? Should I DCA into Snap at cost? You know, that's another one too. Is I can't figure out Snap either. So let's look at Snap, SNAP, and take a look at the chart on that one, kind of to see. Boy, you know, this is just jumping. I mean, look at this. This, and we talked a little bit about this. This is incredible. I mean, you know, this is absolutely amazing in terms of, you know, in terms of what's going on here. I mean, it's look at that. I mean, it's geez, I can't. Is that right? There we go. Okay, so let's see if we can. Yeah, do that. Okay, there we go. Go over to this. This is a better view for that. So yeah, I mean, look at this thing. It is just. I mean, the trend on this is terrible. It's below the. It's below. It has the death cross. And it is trending lower. It is just up amazingly, 38. So something must have happened here. I can't quite figure out what's going on here, but maybe this is some kind of short squeeze. Let me just take a look. I want to look in the after hours. It doesn't. Yeah, there must have been some kind of short squeeze. Just, you know, something here. But it does look like, well, you know, one of the things you know, and we may be in a situation where some of the most violent rallies happen in downtrends. So, you know, this might be the case for this. This absolutely might be the case. I just don't. I I wouldn't. I wouldn't move into Facebook. I just wouldn't move into Facebook. All right, let's look at KSS. Thank you for that. This is coming from TikTok. KSS. Let's take a look at that to see. And we should get there in a second. Kohl's. Is it a buy or a hold? You know, boy, you know, the department stores, I think you're gonna, you know, they were moving up very nicely. I'm not very bullish right now on the US economy. And of course, Kohl's is a leader in this with Macy's. I would be, I don't know. I'm very leery about this stock right now. I get the kind of the feeling that Um, it's still in a really good group. It's 38 out of 197, but I get the impression that it's just not looking nearly as good. So I would skip this one. I would probably I, I would pass on this one. I would pass on this one. All right, let's get to Google because Google is, that's the one that is going to be splitting 20 for one. And I definitely own it. GOGL. Now, there are several classes of this stock. There's the Class A, there's the Class C. Both the Class A and Class C are traded. Now, be careful. Don't go um, um, GO GL. I think it's GOGL because that's a different that's a shipping line. So I want to be careful on that one. I think that Google is holding up very well. It's up 55% after hours at 29.19. And so I think that it does have resistance right at about 30,000. But I think this is holding very, very nicely. And I do think that right now is a good time because we're going to be coming into a period where this thing is going to appreciate into the split. Now, remember, if you are of record by July 1st with Google or Alphabet, you will get a 20. It's a 20 to 1 split, and this will move the stock higher. Now, I did a little bit of a little sort of back of the napkin analysis on this. Currently, the most valuable stock in the market is Apple, and they have about 16 billion shares outstanding, if you can believe that. With this split, this 20 to 1 split with Amazon, I mean with Google, we're looking at about 12 billion shares. So we'll still have fewer shares outstanding than Apple, but Alphabet may go into the the 2 trillion plus club. It's looking that way, and so I'm very bullish right now on Alphabet. Here's the thing: the most significant product right now in the market is the iPhone, and Google has Android, which basically is like Windows. So many years ago, when Apple invented Windows, basically, Microsoft copied them, and then they became the biggest company. And that's similar to what's going on, a little bit different with Google. I mean, Google has the number one browser with Chrome, and they have the Android operating system, which is huge outside of the United States. So I think that, having a market cap close to what Apple has is very likely. So I'm very bullish right now on Alphabet. I'm positioning myself to take advantage of it. So I am, I think that you know it's a good time to be in Google at least until July. Now, here's the thing about the way splits work, and I've looked at a lot of these. Remember, we did these last year with Tesla, Apple, and the trade desk TTD, and as well as Nvidia. All of these stocks moved higher but what they did is once they announced that they were going to split, they moved higher to the record date, and then after the record date, they dipped a bit, and then they came up from there. So the start of the tremendous run that Tesla made was basically from the date of the announcement of the 10 to 1 split. So I definitely am very, very, very bullish on. I am very, very bullish on. Um, I'm very, very bullish on Google right now. I think it's going to be very good into the year. Okay, so this is interesting. Mel indicates that Facebook is turning green. Let's take a look at Facebook. I'm fascinated with the way this is trading. I'm glad I'm not in it, but it's really interesting to watch it. Yeah, there we go. We're up. Okay, now we're up. Look at that. So this is kind of some kind of short. There were some big shorts here. I mean, that's what this is showing to me. 140. Okay, so we're moving up in after hours. Huh. Okay, well, this might be an opportunity. I mean, yeah, this is like a dead cat bounce here. I don't know. I'd be very, very careful. Be very, very careful about I would be very careful about that right now. Wow. Okay, let's look to see, is Snap at a buy point? I don't think so, but I want to look at the chart again. It's when something goes up this much, this quickly, it's really difficult to figure it out. I mean, this is literally up 54%, $13 a share. I mean, this is incredible. This means that this is almost okay. So this has come up above the 40-day moving average. Wow. Yeah, this is a reversal. I mean, I'm pretty sure of it. I mean, if this is holds, what I'm going to do here is I'm going to draw the reversal line. And actually, I probably should draw it down here because this is probably a more reliable. Yeah, this is reversed higher. This line has shows it. I mean, this is definitely reversed higher, and so this is an upward trend. This is an upward trend. The question is, do you want to buy it? I don't know. A 56 checklist, that just isn't that strong. I want to look at the technicals. We're below everything. So this is really a bounce. This is a dead cat bounce. Would I buy it at these levels? Boy, I want to see it move above 40 before I'm going to buy it. But it's in 37 and after hours. So, it's almost there. So wow. Incredible. Incredible. All right. Uh, do you play piano as well? No, I don't. This is all an illusion. No, no, I don't. I don't. It's nice furniture, though. It's nice furniture. I wish I did. I wish it. They have it. It has this thing where you can put in it'll play for you. It's automatic. It's really great. It sounds like you're really good. I wish I was. I wish I was good. I'm trying. I'm trying very hard. Any thoughts on Ford? Let's take a look at Ford to see. We should get another chart here. Yeah, Ford Motor. Okay, well, boy, it seems like it's getting some support at the 40-day line. Again, this is just so hard to see because I do think it is breaking higher. We're the original pivot was at basically $16.45. It's now at 19.12. It pulled all the way down below the 40-day line. Would I buy this here? I probably wouldn't. I probably wouldn't right now. I probably wouldn't right now because I want to see it form another base. And I probably would not do that right now. Let's take a question from, okay, NCLH, please. Absolutely. Let's look at this from TikTok, NCLH, and see what's going on there. And okay, this is from TikTok. Norwegian Cruise Lines. Wow, it really bounced. I don't need to be negative here, but this would be a good candidate probably to short. I just don't see this doing. I mean, I think the question with Norwegian and the question with CCL and a lot of the other ones is just how low can you go? I mean, that's the question. How low can you go? And if I don't know how low we can go here. But I want to see it kind of base a little bit more. I probably would not be a buyer. I'm really skittish right now because of the volatility in this market. It's just been very amazing, this volatility. I want to look at Netflix, because it got killed and then and now it's coming back. NFLX, and I have a iron condor in this one that I adjusted, and it does look like it's getting traction after hours. So wow, amazing. Amazing on this one. I can't figure it out. Oh, Amazon is profit taking now. Okay, that's good. Let's look at Amazon. Yeah, that's a really good question about that. Is it a good time to take profits on that? Okay, yeah, I would be. I tell you, down 5%. Okay, that's very good. Thank you, the Rodney. I appreciate that. Um, the Rodney, who's from the UK, I think is right about this. Boy, I tell you, if I had Amazon right now, I would be selling it so fast and taking this profit because I think that this may have been an overreaction, and I think it could possibly. I think it could possibly pull back down. But boy, I tell you, this is a great opportunity. I mean, I may be totally wrong on this. Up 13%. I would be taking profit now too. I would absolutely. Absolutely. It's a good time. You never can go broke by taking profits. So I would take profits. Yeah, this is interesting. Snap dropped when Facebook dropped. So for no reason. Well, it's not. It's a sympathy trade because these are funds that are moving in and out of this. Um, yeah. Okay. So Snap was strong and yeah, that makes sense. That does make sense. So Facebook was weak, but Snap was okay, and but Snap's chart is not really that good. I mean it's up a lot in after hours, but I don't know. This seems like a dead cat bounce here to me. I want to see if it can hold on above. You know, looking at this, I want to see this. Yeah. Okay, so it's at 37. So that would make it. That would be. It would be here approximately. So I think that this may go lower. I know that sounds a little bit skeptical, but I think that it's going to bounce and then I think it's going to pull back. Yeah, there we go. Okay, so 37. Okay, I think that there's a short. I think there's some big shorts that are unwinding here. Some big options. Let me look at that. That's kind of what I'm thinking is going on here. Well, it seems as if 222 on the 25. Okay. Wow, this is a lot. So $10 on this option on the 522, the 24s. That's the calls. Let's look at the puts. That's where the action is going to be. So, yeah, I think there's somebody that had a big position that's unwinding. That's what it looks like to me. All right, let's take a look at. We talked a little bit about Norwegian cruise lines. I would be really careful with Norwegian. I really, really would. And what do you think of Ford? Okay, we did that. It's a good entry point for Snap. Yeah, it's a short squeeze. I think you're right. I absolutely think you're right. It's incredible for puts. That's interesting. Okay, okay. Yeah, there's some kind of something is going on here. Is PayPal a buy now? I would say no. Um, this is kind of what started the downward trend. We had earnings on PayPal. I had a short position on this. I had a bear call spread, which I entered here. I had 7 contracts, and then it pulled lower, and now it's bouncing a little bit. But I don't see any repair on PayPal. I think PayPal is going to move lower. By the way, there's another stock that I think might be a good short candidate, and that's Avery Dennison, AVD. I think it's the symbol AVD. Let me put this in there. And I was going to work on this one a little bit. Is that right now? No, American Vanguard. I'm sorry. I did also do a bear trade on a company called Workday, WDAY. I kind of want to see how it's doing. I think it's bounced up a little bit, but this is potentially a very weak stock. And I do think that it will pay if we can get that to work here. There we go. Workday. Okay, it's up after hours 2%, but I'm still thinking it's extremely weak. I entered the bear call spread on Workday here, and let's see, and I entered it there, which is at 242. It's at 238, so it's still below where I entered the trade. So yeah, this one's going down. This one's going to go down more, I'm afraid. And I want to take a look at and I have a bull trade in Nvidia. So this is one I think that I want to take a look at as well. I'll be sharing all these hopefully when I get back tomorrow into the office. I'll be sharing more of this. Okay, this is very nice. This is up 2%. Okay, that trade is probably going to be very nice there. Okay, all right. So let's go and take a few more questions here. Oh, Ford missed. Okay, that's interesting. Thoughts about AMD? With the market, should we all move to crypto? I think you got to be careful with crypto because I do think that I want to see. I want to see if I want to see crypto. I want to see Bitcoin move below 30,000. If it moves below 30,000, the next stop I believe is 18, and that's a good place to buy it. I think crypto is a little bit different in that with stocks you want to buy them as they're moving higher. With crypto, I think it's more like you want to buy them on the dip. You really do. And so right now, I think we're going to be coming into an opportunity for Bitcoin, but I want to see it move below 30,000. I don't want to buy it at these levels. I think it's too high. But I do think it's going to stabilize, and hopefully we'll get some stability at 30,000. If it falls below that, the next stop is about 18. So that's kind of where I think it's going to go. All right, so let's look at AMD. This is also now I do have a long trade on Nvidia, and that's up very nicely. And AMD should be up as well because. And I want to see what the after hours are. Yes, the after hours up 2%. Okay, so it's stabilizing, and it looks like it's going to move above that 21-day line. So that is excellent. This is one of my favorite stocks, by the way. I'm not in it right now. I'm looking for the right place to enter this, but I do think that we did have this reversal off the 200-day line. I'm going to kind of show it there, and I do think this one is going higher right now. 328 is sort of where it's at. So if it can move above this line here, this is the 21-day line. If we can go above that, then I think that we're kind of in a good shape. That's kind of where we want to move above. If we move above that, then I think we're really good. I like this. I do like AMD and I do like Nvidia. These are both leaders. This is still, even with being beaten down, and it was beaten down, this is one of the strongest groups in terms of the market. It's currently 42 out of 197. And it's really the strongest groups right now are the oils, but this is not a bad group at all. This has some good winners in it. The semiconductor group. The two stocks, of course, I like the most are Nvidia and AMD, and I think that you definitely could make a case for AMD. Now, it's not at a proper buy point, but it is. There was a buy point prior over here. It was a double bottom, and 114 is the pivot, and it's above that, and it's within 5% of that. So that is a good place possibly to enter AMD. So I think that at least in the short term, in the very short term, it does look like AMD is going to go higher. Now, how long is that going to happen for? Probably only a few weeks in this kind of market, but I do like it. I do like AMD, and this might be a good entry for AMD. All right, pins. Okay, this is Pinterest. This is one that I didn't get into, and I probably should have. But I think it's been moving downward, and now is it gonna take a move up? I'm a little afraid of buying stocks below that 200-day line. It's just something I don't like to do because it's just until it can show strength. Right now, what this means is that the capital is flowing out of the issue because the 200 days above the 200 days on top, the 50-day, then the 21-day, then the 10-day. So this is inverted. If money was flowing into this issue, the 200-day would be at the low 50, 21, 10. It would be like that. That would mean that money is flowing into this issue. So this pins is still moving lower. So I would have to say with pins, I think I think really what you have to do there is pins is still moving lower. So I would be really careful about this. I would not move into pens right now. It's still moving lower, even though after hours it did move up 17%, which is tremendous. I kind of believe this is a dead cat bounce, and I still think it's in a downward trend. and it's going to move lower. So I would be very careful buying it at this level. You really want to see it move above really about 55. That's where the 200-day line is. Let's take a look to see. I want to just I want to say it off the cuff. I want to see, yeah, 54%, 55%. So it's 55% below the 200-day line. So I wouldn't buy this here. I would not buy pins at this level. It's just too low for me. And it's unfortunate because it's a good company, but just it's unfortunate. All right. So let's see if I've covered everything. Jim, thank you. All right. Is Snap a buy now? Well, no. Turning green, Google. Okay. KSS. I think KSS is probably a sell, but let's revisit that because we talked a little bit about that earlier. KSS. Let's see. KSS. Yeah, I just don't know. Wow. I don't think it's a buy. If you know what, if you're down more than 7% on this one, I would sell it. Otherwise, I would keep it. But here's the thing: you might want to reduce your position on this one. I'm just looking at it, and I'm just like, I'm getting, cash is a cash is a good hedge right now. It's just So here's the thing with KSS: if you're down on this thing, don't let it move against you. If you can sell it, probably. I don't like the action on it. I don't like the action on it. Kind of my take on it. Well, I've gone through almost everything. So let's see if I have some more questions from TikTok, and then we're probably okay. Buying 2 shares of Bitcoin. I want to do it in the right way. Get a code wallet first, or use Coinbase. You could do it that way. If you're gonna buy Bitcoin, you might want to consider Interactive Brokers. I don't get anything from them, but you might want to consider them because they have they're actually a real brokerage company, and they are insured. So I think that might be a good way to go. IB is the code. All right. So I guess we're kind of at the end. Oh, at the end today, and we have a few more people that have joined. I will be back tomorrow, hopefully, from my office where I have better internet connections. I still have somebody that I have not talked to. Thank you very much. Let's look at WMS. Oh, okay. I think Bill, earnings report. It's going up. Oh, that's because the workday is also going up. Still bearing in right way because, that's interesting. Okay, that's very interesting, Deep. Thank you so much for that. I want to look at workday again because I may be closing that spread if that's true. I'm up on it, so I may close that spread. Okay, yeah, it's up in after hours. Yeah, $5. So it's still below where I shorted it. So I think I'm probably going to close that. I think I'm probably going to close that. Thank you so much for that information. Let's look at WMB. WMB. Okay, and that is Williams. Yeah, Williams. I think it's good. I'm in Williams, and as you can see there, I have a position. Stop loss is basically at the 21-day line at 28. It's now at 32. This is not a terrifically fast-moving stock, but it's coming out of the cup and handle. It's in the right area. It's got a 100% checklist. These are the kind of things I'm looking for. Not a terrifically exciting stock. I'll grant you that, but technically it looks very nice. It's above the 10-day. It's above all the correct lines at the right levels. It's correctly stacked. What I mean by that is 250, 21, 10. So it's definitely in ascending right now. That's what that's saying. So I very much like it. Of course, it's one of the few stocks that I do own long. And that is that. All right. Well, thank you very much, everybody, for bearing with me with my technical difficulties. I hope I'm looking decent. I'll be back tomorrow, probably from my office when we can get get into the office with a better internet. And I will be back. So if you could, this is just a request. If you could like this, that really helps me. It really helps me a lot. Because if you can like this thing, it gets it out to more people. I really appreciate that. So I will be back tomorrow at 4 o'clock, hopefully on time this time, and I will see you then with the wrap up for the week. And we're going to take a look at how our spreads are doing, which ones are closed, which ones weren't, and of course, if you want to get on the action trailer, it's very easy to do. Just go to www.dallastradingfloor.com. And one, thank you. Oh, just join the party. Excellent. Well, we have somebody that just came into the chat room, which is excellent. Now, by the way, the chat room is available by going to www.dallastradingfloor. So I will see you tomorrow at 4, and we will sign off now. And hopefully everyone is staying warm. I'm trying to, and happy trading.